What's up, guys? Oh shit. It's been so long since I made a YouTube video. And actually, it's been so long since I just didn't do anything all day. I woke up, I. What did I even do? I feel like I've been living this day since the past 2 days. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, I've just been not doing anything today. I've just been scrolling through um, Instagram, and I'm not fried, honestly. My brain is still okay, surprisingly. I just don't feel like getting out at all. Considering I'm just gonna get my period, so I'm just in this cocoon mode. So, and ordering anything from outside will just mean I have to wait like 15 minutes for my order because everything comes all the way from Pondi. And I didn't want to step out, so I've just been cooking at home. And I just have an upset stomach. I don't know. I'm just. So there's nothing in particular that I have to talk about, but this is like a break for me from scrolling. And also, people who follow my YouTube might have not seen my amazing new haircut, which I keep shaving every now and then because I want to enjoy this for a while. Also, like with my last YouTube video, few people, not even a few people, this random person, I don't even know this person, he's from Manipur. He text messages me, not even WhatsApp, not even Instagram. He text messaged me saying that uh, he loved whatever I put out and it's so authentic. And then he said that um, I had a wardrobe malfunction in my last video, which I'm aware of, but uh, I don't know, it just doesn't bother me so much, so I didn't take the video down. But it's so crazy that, like, I mean, this was an example for me to really know that if something really matters to you, you'll be bothered about it. If it doesn't matter to you, it won't even be a big deal. So if you don't make it a big deal, it just doesn't become a big deal for others. Unless the people who saw it and cared enough to tell me, I mean, from a good place, from a bad place, I don't know, but it just didn't bother me. It was the least of my worries. I mean, I was more concerned about the fact that I don't want to take the video down because I did a cool little project and I wanted it to be like out there. So I don't think if someone just saw a little bit of my boob, it would matter. I don't even think that's a big deal, but okay, I'm cool that way. Uh, yeah, so that's that. I don't know. I have nothing interesting to talk about, but I have something interesting to show everybody. One second. Yes. This is not the interesting thing. This is just me preparing to eat the peanut butter because I just crave something nutty right now. I don't know anything else. But what is the interesting thing that I want to show everybody is my new tarot deck. It's been so long since I purchased a new one, and so it's like every morning I wake up and I'm like, okay, I want to do something with this deck, but the deck is so powerful, like the messages in the deck are so powerful that I've not been able to draw more than one card because I'm just staying with the message of that card. And yeah, so this is the card that I've been so okay. I'll tell you a little bit about the card. Okay, my battery is low, and I just hope that I don't have to Okay, I still have 13%. I don't know why I do this. I mean, because I don't plan anything, but it's okay. Okay, this deck is called the Divine Feminine Oracle. So it has like all of these stories and pictures of different goddesses and different mythologies and their stories and how they have been like powerful. And I'm also resonating with that energy. Like in my life, I've been seeking women that I can look up to, and so crazy that I'm seeking them and they are coming to me in like different forms. One way is that I got to purchasing this deck. The other way is like there are these beautiful women around that I see. They're older than me, they're wiser than me, of course. And I've just been like, they supported me in some ways, in so many ways, when I was going through like a really tough time. And it's just so heartwarming when someone truly just wants to be there for you. And I've not had the best relationship with my mom, so whenever I come across these older, wiser women, I'm just like, wow, universe is just like, take this, take this. Okay. It's so crazy. I don't believe from where I get the energy once I start talking on camera. It's because it's a good thing, no? I mean, it's an energy boost. I was just in my bed all day. I was not sad, but I was just so like, ah, I don't want to do anything. Someone just get me food. Um, but yeah, then I put some lipstick. I put some other earrings. I was wearing something else. I just don't function without earrings because I feel like this requires some accessories, and I've just been experimenting with new accessories, and now I'm going to Mumbai, so I'm so excited to go shopping for new accessories. But anyway, this deck. So this is about like these beautiful, amazing women, and I'm not going to show everyone all the cards, but just the feel of the cards. Like they look. Honestly, I'm not a very big fan of. I'll show you what I'm not a fan of. Of like real, like human faces, but not like on a card. Like I find it a little bit creepy also. Like just fuck what is written here because that's very good. But just see the people on the. So it's just a little funny for me. Like this is a real human, but she is also like divine, but also a little bit creepy that it's on the card like this. I don't know. I find that creepy, but I went to another women's circle and someone had this deck. So, and I really love the message also because it comes with this nice book which has like really powerful messages. So, yeah, so I told myself that I can deal with the creepy pictures if the message is nice. And then I just go online and see how the real person actually looks. So yeah, and the thing is like before I used to choose these decks based on like I have other decks as well, and I used to choose them based on how beautiful they were. But turns out that yeah, appearances are not always that great, and the substance really matters. So the very first deck I bought was really expensive. That time I wasn't even making any money. I was like, wow, but I really wanted it, so I got it. And but then I didn't end up using that. But that deck is so beautiful, but I just don't use it. It's not even with me right now. So, but then there are these other decks that I really use. Like literally, it's on my bed all the time. Like all these things that help me get through bad times. I just have them around me so that that energy is there because when I go on to purchase a deck, it shows my desire and my willingness to like stay connected to something. And sometimes I really go down, so it's like emotionally. So then it's like nice to have these positive things around me. So there's this deck that I really, really love, which I also have. Is this one. It matches my dress. This, okay, and this is my most favorite piece of clothing. Like, if I were to have the most favoritest piece of clothing, I don't even know if that's a word, but it would be this dress. And I really wanted to put this out there. Like, even when every time this comes from wash, yeah, whatever. And I'm just so thankful for this because it hasn't torn. It might tear soon, but it's so soft. Like, it's just so soft. And you can just see how easy breezy it is. And so I'm like really like, I got this like 4 5 years ago when I had first come to Orville. And then I just lost it somewhere. Wow, fuck. It's a beautiful bird that came near the window. Anyway, and then I lost it somewhere, and then my mom was gonna put it. She's like, "क्या पोछा क्यों पहन रही है?" मैंने बोला, "It's not pocha. It's so comfortable." Like, the thing is, I can't wear this when I'm at home in Mumbai because it's really transparent and it really doesn't make sense. But now there's no one to see me, so I can wear this, and so I wear it every second day. Yeah, I really go off topic now sometimes. I I go off topic a lot because there are like 10,000 things in my head, and I need, if I'm if I know that someone's listening, then I'd love to take all the tangents that are in my head so I can like really put it out there. So this is my most favorite deck that has really gotten me out of a lot of shit. It takes a lot of effort to even sometimes go towards those things that make you feel positive and good. Uh, so, and sometimes when it's not really the time that you pick these positive things around you, it just won't happen. So, I don't like randomly draw cards anymore. I really value the messages in these cards because they're really powerful. And I love the poet Rumi, and it's such a positive deck and so beautiful. Like, you can see how beautiful it is. This had a bigger version as well. Like, these cards they come in like huge. What do you say? A pack. Like, this is a mini version, but I like the mini version because I can carry it around anywhere. So usually when I'm traveling, I'll carry this. So, see, this is so beautiful, and it just has like really amazing messages written on it. And I think I'll pick a card from this and from this new deck, just for anyone who's watching, because I remember I used to see a lot of uh, card reveal and deck reveal and pick a card videos when I started to learn the tarot. Yeah, and I also have a traditional tarot. This is my traditional tarot deck. I I call these adult toys. I could just keep buying decks. So this is a traditional tarot deck. Like, anyone who wants to learn traditional tarot usually starts with these. So I got these like way like long ago. I'm not a fan of these anymore. I prefer like oracle decks. So this is a tarot deck. And this is an oracle deck. So oracle decks are more creative because it can just be cards about anything. Like, I can wake up tomorrow morning and say I want to make a tarot, an oracle deck, and I'll be able to do that. So that's the beauty of the oracle deck. And yeah, so this is my second one. And then I have one more deck which is back in Mumbai, and that's all. I don't think I have any more decks. Yeah. Okay. So this deck, I keep it in this. This is my sister. She stitched this for me like long ago, and then it tore. Like it had a string and it tore, but then she was sweet enough to like stitch it for me. So I still use it. Oh shit! I have like 10%. Anyway, so that means I won't do so much, but yeah. So then I keep it in this. It's like quite like the traditional way in which you keep these divine things. Okay, so I will pick a card for everyone that's watching. 10 people that watch, and hoping that they came till here and they listen to me talk. Okay, so this is the deck. This is the card from my new deck that I've been harboring the energy for, I think, 3-4 days now, because it's so powerful that I'm so scared that I'll get a new message and then I'll not know how to create space for that. So I've just been um, like sort of staying with the energy of what this card has to say. So it's called Vajra Yogini. She's the female Buddha apparently, and she's really beautiful. Like, I know, like, but when I actually see this, I don't find it as creepy. But I just like go through the deck, I find it creepy. When I see one single card, I don't find it that creepy. Yeah, and then I saw her pictures online also. She's really beautiful, and like she's all red and it's amazing. Okay, so I'll just this is for me. This is not for others. I'll pick another card for others, but just for whoever's listening to know what energy that is it that I'm harboring for the last 3-4 days, and it's really helped me to retain my own essence. And because sometimes we just forget, no, that we are important people, and not in a not in like a egotistical way, but in like the way that what you do and what you have to offer has value kind of a way. So anyway, I do go off tangent a lot. Anyway, so Vajra Yogini, she is the essence of all Buddhas. And it says, I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything is material for my liberation. It's really nice because I was in such a bad place and I was like, fuck, what am I doing? Blah, blah, blah. And then I read this and then I'm like, yeah, but what if I can see all my struggles, all the things that I go through and all the things that I don't like that is happening in my life as sacred. So this was just a reminder of that. And there are some things that I really resonated with. Like each card has like a really long description, which is really nice. So so these are, I'm not reading the whole thing, I'm just reading whatever I've underlined. And it says, her body symbolizes her inner fire and the flames. So I resonated with this because I was in a place where I needed to remember my inner fires. Okay. The next point is her third eye. Okay. Just not this. Reality of all things in the past, present, and future. So yeah, I also felt like sometimes you're in a point where you can just see everything so clearly, but you can't really act on it. But the fact that you can see, so I felt that's why I underlined this point, and then release the ego's attachments to who we are. Yeah, sometimes like the ego just thinks that we're this, and even if we think, oh, we're this big important person, it will still be small because you are everything, like literally everything. And it's because you are, that's why the world around you is, and vice versa. And also, like, for me to just know that I don't have to see myself from someone else's eyes, you know. I can see myself from the eyes of uh, God. That's really helpful for me. So, but that's only possible if I release my attachment with who I think I am, which is might be even so small, because as I know it, I'm just this culmination of these conditioned thoughts, beliefs, and ideas that my parents gave me and things around me gave me. But if I see myself from the eyes of God, which is like more limitless and more flowy and more loving and all accepting, then the idea of me really changes. Then it puts me in a better place to access the things that I want and to experience the things that I want. Like, it's just more limitless. Okay. There's fierce wisdom. There's any pain or suffering into. Okay, wait. Vajra Yogini reminds us that we possess the fierce wisdom that transmutes any pain or suffering into deep lessons that free us and bring us more joy. She's a call. She's a call to wake up if we've fallen into the old myth that something or someone outside of us is going to save us. I've recently learned to take fierce responsibility for wherever I am in life, not to like blame anyone. Or sometimes we also blame people in a way that, oh, I have to be there for them now. That's also like a scapegoat, like you just blame the circumstance just so that you don't have to do what you want to do. So yeah, so then that's like the old myth that, you know, someone will save you. But I mean, if we can just take responsibility, and the beauty of also I've realized taking responsibility is it comes with a lot of freedom, and all those things are intertwined. But you also, the part of you can surrender to the higher uh, powers that operate. So it just becomes easier to lead life. Like right now, I'm just like, okay, anything that happens, God is going to take care, and I really believe that. So it's taken away a lot of my worries. I've been crazy about God these days, and she's here to make it loud and clear that what is within us will save us. Uh, and we can take this moment right here, right now, to turn everything sacred. That's so beautiful. Yeah, the moment we start seeing that all of our things are sacred, it it allows us to like accept ourselves in a very nice way, in a very gentle way. So all my bad habits of smoking a lot and drinking a lot and all of these things, I saw them as sacred and I could really embrace them last few weeks. And I've gracefully come out of that. I don't feel like smoking anymore. I'm so happy. But if I hated on that or hated on myself through that habit of still being part of the problem, and you know, I've just sort of understood that I don't want to be part of the problem for myself anymore. That includes like complaining, cribbing, and I mean, all of those things have place, but you know, sometimes it just gets too much where I just keep complaining, cribbing, crying, and it doesn't make sense. She will not let you remain in an illusion or a disempowering story about who you really are. That's so beautiful. She reminds us that everything is rich material for us to use to elevate our reality as an embodied soul. Wow! So, and so there were many things that were written, but these were the things that I underlined because they really stood out for me. I have been shopping like a maniac. I have been shopping a lot and just been buying random things. They are not random, but I mean, I'm not someone who shops a lot. So, but then when this, I mean, But it just came to me that I want to buy stuff, so I was like, okay, let's try this now. Device is too hot, video quality. Anyway, fuck that. Yeah, my phone is under the sun actually. But yeah, but then I was like, fuck this, bro. I'm buying all of these things basically to decorate my house, but and like a lot of stuff. I don't buy stupid stuff actually. So, but that's the thing. Nothing is stupid if it's. But also, I'm quite wise that way, so I don't buy things that are stupid. Yeah, so have been shopping a lot, and then I was feeling like, oh, what am I doing? I'm like acting out of my character. But then when I read this and I was like, fuck that. Everything is rich for me to elevate, to embody my soul. So that's good. Yeah. Everything is material for my liberation. But also, like, I don't want to give people the wrong idea. Sometimes we also buy things to fill a hole inside. It's all the same: eating, drinking, smoking, buying things. So yeah, sometimes we need to know that, oh God, we need to know the difference. Anyways, but this helps me right now. This helped me right now. So I will now pick a card for you guys and I'll read out what is there. So I'm going to put this card back in so that you don't miss out on this wisdom if it's for you. And I just hope that the video quality is not. Okay. Okay, so this lady, I don't know who she is, but her name is Teresa of Avila. You can see her. See, after you look at it for some time, it's not as creepy. I think so. Teresa of Avila, Our Lady of the Interior Life. I trust the answers I find within me. I know the presence of love is real. That's so nice. Let's read what she has to say. Why the fuck am I singing like this? Yeah, these goats, they scream like they're kids. Not their kids, like they are kids. That's what I mean. Okay, Teresa of Avila, page number 35. So I'll read this out to you and then you can see if it resonates with you. Teresa of Avila, Our Lady of the Interior Life. I trust the answers I find within me. I know the presence of love is real. With passion and conviction, Teresa of Avila connects us to the love and truth available to us whenever we turn inward. Saint Teresa was born in Avila, Spain in 1515. As an adolescent, she experienced many illnesses and was confined to a bed, which allowed her to begin to explore her own thoughts. She read every book she could find on spiritual exploration and contemplative prayer. By the time she was a young adult, she knew she wanted to dedicate her life to the interior world. She entered a Carmelite convent in Avila in 1535. She increased the emphasis on contemplative prayer and eventually reformed the Carmelite order. I don't know if I'm pronouncing these things right. Which was later joined by the Saint John of the Cross. Over the course of her life, Saint Teresa founded 17 convents throughout Spain. So, yeah, this deck is a little bit Christian because the lady who made this deck went to Harvard School of Divinity. That's so crazy. But yeah, so there's a lot of uh, a lot of Christian influence on this deck, but they also have like Kali and Mirabai and stuff. So, okay, whatever. At the age of 44, she began to have a series of visions that convinced her that Jesus Christ appeared to her in bodily form and yet remained invisible to the eye. The visions lasted for 2 years and would inform her books, especially the spiritual masterpiece, The Interior Castle, which charts the ascent of the soul as an inner journey through the seven mansions, the states of being that exist within us. Ultimately, Teresa wrote in the hope of assisting her sisters in the convent to also reach the innermost castle where God dwells in our soul. She remained she reminded them that we ourselves are the castle. That's beautiful. So sometimes, I don't know, for me, I'm a little bit in I don't resonate with the stories, but I resonate with the message. So I just like read through the stories just as a, well, that as a story, but then I really take the message that these women received through this. And it's really nice what she says: God dwells in our soul. She reminded them that we ourselves are the castle, and that the door of an entry into this castle is prayer and meditation. Her own personal spiritual experience is at the root of her instruction. The closer she gets to the seventh mansion where the soul ascends, which requires going further inward, the stronger the light is. She describes the ways to discern the voice and presence of the divine within us and the certainty of God that arrives that cannot be explained or doubted. This inner journey was so significant to Saint Teresa because she believed that God didn't care about the magnitude of anything we do, but rather the amount of love that we do it with. Pope Paul VI named Saint Teresa a doctor of the church in 1970. Her spiritual writings are considered integral to the Spanish Renaissance and to the history of Christian mysticism. I like all the mystic schools of these main religions, Christianity and Islam, and all of that. Anyway, mm, so if that didn't resonate with you, I can understand, because that didn't resonate with me as well. Because we've just not grown up seeing any of that. But I do resonate with the fact that she says we ourselves are the castle, which is, I think, very true. And yeah, that's what I really took from this, and I would also like to give that out to people, whoever's listening. So when your soul selects her card, Saint Teresa is a call for the importance of the interior life. She knew intimately about the spiritual wealth we all possess and have access to if we're willing to go inward. She not only emphasizes the need to meditate and to pray in order to reach that innermost castle where the soul waits for us, but she also instructed the sister of her convent on how to discern the presence of the soul or of a saint or of a holy person that is arriving, that is giving us wisdom from within us. She had a bookmark that supposedly read, "If you have God, you will want for nothing. God alone suffices." This synthesizes the wisdom of her experience. Nothing less than divine love will satiate a seeker, especially once you have met with it from within. She urges us to meditate, to pray, to go inward and meet with the presence of the soul, and then she asks for us to believe that it is real and that the answers we find are real. She asks us to move with inner truth out into the world with confidence and conviction. So there's this one thing that they say is a soul voice meditation, but it's just something to ponder. What does love feel like in my body? That's so beautiful. I trust the answers I find within me. I know that the presence of love is real. So there's like a lot of also like a woo woo stuff that might have come across about. So I personally, I don't pray. I meditate in different forms, but if there's something that you really really want to take away from this, I think, is the fact that if we, when she says that through enough meditation and prayer, you can recognize the God particles within you. What she's actually trying to say is that if you allow yourself to create that space within, so that all the other voices inside can really start to melt, and then there'll be this one knowing. It won't even be a voice. Sometimes it doesn't come in words, it just comes in the form of a feeling. um, it it just feels right. So yeah, so when you allow yourself to do these meditative practices, it can be anything, honestly. uh, you don't have to put meditative practices in a box. Sometimes you can just be doing something that you really really love, and that becomes a meditative practice, and things flow from there, and when you feel it in your body that yeah, this is right, oh but this doesn't feel right, to be able to listen to that. And to be able to know that that is your truth. It doesn't have to be the truth, it's just your truth. And to know that that is real, I mean, it takes a lot of courage to uh, accept to yourself that what I know and what I'm thinking and what I'm doing is true, is important, and is holds true for me. I mean, for you. So, yeah, that's her for you, Teresa of Avila. She's just telling you to whatever good things that you find in life that actually feel good, that actually feel meaningful, and that really fill your heart with like true, genuine like happiness. Just trust that. Trust that it it's the inside out, not the outside in. I mean, after like when we're growing up, it's always outside in. But then there comes a time when you have enough ability to know what's right and what's wrong. That's when you can then start to say that, okay, it's not always outside in. Wait a minute, it can also be inside out. And that's when you allow yourself to be like, you allow world your own grace, you allow it to flow through you. So, yeah, I feel like whatever you love, just trust that. It's important to have these checkpoints that tell you that um, yeah, this is good, this is nice, this feels good. And yeah, what feels good, it'll always keep changing, but your ability to know that and to follow that, that won't change. And I think it's the same for me also. I've felt it's true that the things that were guiding me towards things that felt good, that has remained. It's just me who was not able to like listen to all of those things. But once you do listen to what really makes you feel good and that makes you feel the presence of love, I think that's important. And it's so crazy that this came up because I do like I conduct these sharing circles every Monday, and I had decided uh, that every sharing circle we just share. But then I thought this Monday maybe we have like a theme where we'll uh, think about what love means to us, and it doesn't have to just be romantic love, it can just be love, like just that. So this Monday sharing circle is going to be about that. And I also chose that very selfishly because my therapist told me to think about what love feels like for me. So I thought maybe it'll be nice also to uh, think out loud with others. So yeah, if you're watching this and you watched it till here, you can also, if you have my number or whatever, or you can just text me on Instagram if you want to join the sharing circle. It's absolutely free. Yeah, your presence is valued. And yeah, I have like 3% battery right now, 4% battery. And I spoke so much. Hmm. Maybe I'll go for fuck, I spoke for 40 minutes. Fuck, I love YouTube. Yeah, I don't know if people will watch till 40 minutes, but it's okay. This gave me an energy boost. Sometimes I don't know what I'm also talking about. Sometimes I just keep talking and I don't know if it makes sense. But I know it makes sense also. Like, I really, really, really love the way I look. It's so convenient, you know. This hairstyle is so convenient. Okay, I'll stop talking now. I am tired of myself right now. Not of myself, but of just talking so much. Okay, bye bye.